Alright, I'm going to start this video by saying some bad news, which kind of sucks. It's been a while since my last one. I understand that. You've got to realise that my last one was one of the most successful videos I've ever made on my channel in 4 or 5 years. Again, I make a new series, and then suddenly I set the bar so high that I'm sat there. And with my YouTube, I really have these... I'm just going to use the word paranoia of uploading a video that the people don't like. I really have that. I really just have to put out the best videos I can possibly do. So unfortunately, at times, that takes me a very long time to create one. But the last video I made, I got lucky in RuneScape, and it allows me to make one very, very quickly. Unfortunately, when the luck dies down a bit and things don't go to plan, it's a lot more difficult to get enough footage to make a video that's quite good. That's not the bad news. The bad news is a lot of the good footage that was going to go into this video has corrupted in my recordings. My recordings are around 10 hours long most of the time. I turn my recording on at the start of the day, and then I either end my recording when I get something so I can skip right to the end, or I just keep one recording and go through it to edit everything out. That's unfortunately the problem, because the 10-hour recordings that I've done, they've corrupted, and I've lost a lot of the footage. Unfortunately, that would have made this video a lot better. So, hopefully it's just enjoyable to watch. But I've been playing a lot of RuneScape recently. I've been playing a lot, especially since I got the success from the video that I created in the last one. If you didn't catch that video, I'd probably recommend you watch it, because I went from around, sort of a spoiler to say this, but I went from around 35 mil bank worth to about 200 mil bank worth in one video with one system update. Basically just putting the time into doing certain aspect of the game and getting very lucky with the drops and making a hell of a lot of money. So in today's video, I obviously started off with some boss tasks from Slayer. Boss tasks from Slayer sort of is what I want to mess around with right now. But I decided I wanted to go PKing to get hold of my rune pouch. And I'll be honest, people consider me to be I'd like to think people considered me to be a decent PKer in the game. When it comes to Daraking, I am not a good PKer. I honestly have all my hours of PKing on Zerkers alone. So the way it works with me is I'm not really that good of a Daraker. I mean, you guys can judge for yourself, but I wouldn't consider myself that good of a Daraker. But I went PKing, and my challenge of PKing was to earn myself a rune pouch by killing myself 24 opponents. But Max Bane PKing, it does take a very, very long time to actually manage to get kills. It does take a long time. And when I was doing it, acquiring enough kills to get the rune pouch, it was just so time consuming, and I didn't really enjoy it. Honestly, I don't really enjoy PK. Like, you may have worked it out from my YouTube, how the fact that I don't PK much. I don't really enjoy PKing much in the game anymore. Now, I don't know if that's like a 10-year burnout, because I basically played the game to PK since 2004. Probably a bit less than 10 years, sorry. But I stopped PKing properly around 2011-ish when I maxed Amos Famous pre-EOC. I actually started skilling, and I started doing other things, and then I made my PvE content of a peckish whale, and that obviously took that away. But no, I mean, I went Daraking, and I wasn't really enjoying my time. I mean, there's a lot of times when I'd be 1 hit point and an axe is 0, fair play. Sometimes I'd be, well, most of the time I Dark. I don't really go for the Rambo axe. I go for the sort of not really the strategic one, but like when you're 20 hit points and they're 70 and they have no venge, you go for that. Whereas if you're 60 hit points, you just axe and hit a 65. I don't really go for those because I don't really consider them good, but they are a lot of the kills you get in Daraking, so I really need to look at, like, that perfect example there. Those Dark Axes, I never go for those because they never hit for me, and then I just lose loads of hits, and I'm like, ugh. So if I ever go Daraking again, I'm probably just going to sit there and I'm just going to axe people all day, every day, because I'll make loads of money doing it. But, yeah. Anyways, of course, I'm rolling the dice. Every kill I got, I rolled the dice to see if I'd be staking the Dark set. I considered it over 1 mil drop, even though it was a PK, and this was obviously the first stake. I actually did this stake and ran AFK because I needed the toilet really badly. Again, I don't really lose any odds going AFK. It's 50-50 stake the way I see it. So I went AFK and I got back and I was like, you know what, boys? Did I win my stake or did I lose my stake? Look at my screen and I was like, yeah. And then everyone told me I lost my stake. And I found out I got kicked to death. I lost my Dark set. So that was a sad day. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly say it, but the content today was a lot of PKing, but I got a bit bored of PKing, so I left and I didn't finish my rune pouch out for a very long time. Just because I wasn't really enjoying the actual whole aspect of PKing. I think I've decided the only way I like PKing is just Berserker PKing. Berserker PKing, low defense, the hits are going, like 99 defense is too many zeros for me. I need fast-paced PKing, otherwise I can't really commentate it, and then I don't really enjoy it. I get kind of bored, so That's how it goes. So Zerka PKing definitely to come. Obviously, my Gingerphobia series that is currently just completely postponed. I sort of just have Boaty as my project right now. It's the only one I want to work on. Yeah, so a bit of bad recording from me here, but I just woke up here. This is my 5th kill of the day or something. I got a Monkey Tail instantly, as you can tell by the fresh inventory as well. I got a Monkey Tail instantly, which I knew was one of the best drops. So I just chucked it straight in the Grand Exchange for the med prize. And it sold instantly for 18 mil, which was just amazing. Obviously, that's over 1 mil, so I rolled the dice. And unfortunately, my dice roll came out as a 6. Which means I've got to go and stake the money. And this is now the biggest stake that I've had to do on the series so far. I've only had to stake twice, which was the Ballista Limbs at the day of release, 5.3 million, which we won. The 2.5 mil of the Dark set, which also we unfortunately lost that one, actually. And then we had the 18 mil stake of the Monkey Tail. Now, this is a really good one because I was like, normally when I stake, I say to myself, the stake is not over until I have 0 hit points. You can go down to 7 hit points and you can come back from the stake. 2 whip hits. If I hit 25 and a 22, I would have won the stake. Obviously, I don't get this hit. So I never consider a stake over until the end of the stake. So now it's over. And I lost my 18 mil! And I was so upset because that was so much money that I got. It was just a terrible day for me, honestly. So I was really upset when I got the Monkey Tail and had to stake it and actually lost. That was a bad day. But I also knocked out 99 range. The thing with Boaty is it's not actually maxed in most of the combat skills, so there's a fair few 99s that I'll be getting throughout the series. So 99 range is one of the first ones, which is quite nice. But about 10, 20 kills after I lost that Monkey Tail, I actually pulled a Zenite Shard drop as well, which sort of redeemed itself. I was very happy. I rolled the dice as well for this one. Luckily, I didn't have to stake it, and I actually turned this one into a Bracelet of Tormented Bracelet, something like that I think it was. I sold off my tab because I think I finished off my Slayer task, but the monkeys are incredible money still. I mean, I'm recording this video about 2 weeks after the release of Monkey Madness 2 now, but the monkeys are still incredible money, which is really, really nice to see. There will be a lot more of them in the videos because the Zenite Shards are rising in price, because it does create the best in slot. I'm sort of there thinking because everybody needs 4 separate Zenite jewelry pieces, 4 Zenite Shards per player that can afford to buy it, they're going to go up in price quite a lot. So that's how I sort of saw that one. So I decided to mine it to a Torture Bracelet, actually, which is, or a Bracelet of Torment, I should say in a moment the name, to test it out at Zora. You get 5% magic damage, meaning I sort of have the Occult Necklace, and I get this damage bonus. It means I should hopefully be able to kill Zora quite quick. I believe the record of Zora will soon be broken. With the slight damage increase that you get on that. I'm not 99 mage, so I couldn't really go for it. But I knocked out about 40 or something kills. I didn't really get any amazing drops, but again, most of those Zora drops are around like 100 to 200k average, which is quite nice. After that, I decided to finish off getting my Archer Ring imbued. I've done a fair bit of Nightmare Zone, but I did a lot of the game without getting Scrolls of Redirection. Like, when I said I play with no restrictions, I did a lot of things very, very inefficiently because I should have knocked out those things right at the start. This part here, again, I'm not solo player, so I can actually duo things, and duo Zamorak is actually very boring. I'll be honest, it's very boring. I got quite bored when I did it, so I left after that. Again, the footage actually corrupted, but we actually went and staked the Zamorak Spear. We rolled the number to stake, and he actually decided to stake his split as well. We unfortunately lost that stake, so again, there's another loss there. About, I think it was like 8 or something million, so that kind of sucked. But again, not really much you could do. It's 50-50. After that, we went back to Bandos. Bandos is probably my favorite thing to do. The Torment, the Bracelet of Torture as well. Sorry, the Amulet of Torture as well is a really, really good item here for the accuracy bonus. But I broke my record with a 43 kill trip this time. I actually died on the next kill. I didn't put that footage in, but I got 43 kills in a trip, and I was really happy to do that because I finally broke my record at Bandos. I will come for the record eventually, which I believe is 69 kills, but it will take me a while to get there. But I really love Bandos. Unfortunately, no big drops from Bandos yet, which kind of sucks, but well, I'll get one eventually, which would be nice. But yeah, we got the champion score, we got the Armadillo chaps, which a lot of people when I was streaming thought was third age legs for a second. I actually remember my first ever Glue on Peckish Whale, I got Armadillo chaps, so I was sort of ready for those to not actually be the third age plate legs. But then I went and picked up a Slayer task of Daganif, so I was like, you know what? I want to go and do this Fremennik Elite Diary. I want to get my noted bones, and I want to make some money off this task.